What up, Herd? Welcome to another episode of Cover Lovers, where we get to talk about this week's incentives as well as store exclusives. And we have a full house for you tonight, which I'm looking forward to. But we're a little light on the comic books.
Yes.
Let's see. We got to see this.
Pretty light. So without further ado, let's get her started. Mike, Dale, how you fellas doing?
We're good. You good? You good? I'm good. Yeah, we had a good time. We went to the pool today. Yeah. You swam without me holding you.
Awesome.
My man.
What? Now that's some summertime fun right there, buddy.
Yeah. Brother got a bone shaker for anyone who's a Hot Wheels fan. It's a super classic right there.
Awesome. Nice.
So the day is good. I got my executive, what do you call it? Executive replicas.
Loose collector.
Red Sonja.
Yeah, buddy.
Life is good this week. So I'm looking forward to looking at some covers with you fools. The full house.
Yeah.
And we are ready to go. How about you guys? How you doing?
We're doing fantastic. What about you, Jeff? Second episode back, man. This is great having you back.
I'm doing well. Unfortunately, I had to work today. So, but you know what? It was easy. Drive was easy. There was no traffic. I saved 15 minutes. So that's always good for me. And I'm just glad to be back and glad to be here with the full house. Glad everyone's here.
All right. And then we got Mr. Big Rob with the goatee. I love the look, man.
Thank you. West Coast Big Rob on Instagram. Happy to be here. For July 3rd, day before 4th of July. Yeah, I had to work too, but it was, minimum
Easy.
effort on my part.
Shot Monday.
It wasn't a Deadpool day.
Yeah, my boss doesn't watch the show, so I'm good. I was telling the guys I was watching American Gladiators right before the show, and I was so lost in the show, I almost forgot about the show. So.
You got to get yourself pumped up if you're going to go to STCC. He's like, running the booths like that, dude. That'd be sick.
Have you guys seen the show where they make real Hot Wheels?
No.
It's on Peacock. His show is sick. It's so good. Yeah, check it out.
Oh, Peacock. Okay.
Piquing my interest. Peacocking my interest, if you would.
Oh. Go on, sir. Go
on. Man. What about you, Steve? How are things going, sir?
It's going good, man. Monday was ruthless, man. Today I was like on and going, but the day went by fast. And I'm ready to talk covers, man. Alonso, I know you're ready. You got us set out. You said it's a light week. But hey, man, I'm just sitting here just with my hands crossed and enjoying the show. Let's go.
All right. But as first, we have to give a shout out to our sponsors before we get started. So here we go. Cover price. Don't forget to use Nerdvana 14 for 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents. And don't forget to head over to Bird City Comics for all your exclusive needs, as well as some weekly books. I'm in incentives, so make sure to head on out there. And don't forget to use code TNH to save yourself 10% over there at birdcitycomics.com. And a quick shout out. That's right. TNH10. Thanks a lot, Steve. And don't forget, quick shout out to our horsemen, Uncle Rudy, Something Wong, Deanna Manglen, 2K12. Thank you for making the channel and community what it is. Definitely appreciate you guys. And Eddie, make sure to support and sub our DJ on Instagram, Beats by Monster. Thank you so much for everything that you do, sir. And quick shout out to the chat. Trish, what is going on? Yes, Key. And I'm talking about look at Dale's like, Trish, love it. I'm talking about this guy here, GT Key.
GT Key?
That's right. Oh, Patrick, what is going on? Yo. Oh, Lords of Brooklyn. Gotta love that.
Lord.
That's right. And we got Chad. And also, there we go. There's our horseman, Rudy. What is going on? And Kenneth Burhard. What is up, man? Glad to see that you're here.
The bird's the word.
That's right. And I believe we are all caught up with the chat. Let us just start. Oh, wait. Got to get a shout out here. Dale, did you hear this?
Dale. Yeah.
And she did hearts too.
A little heart. You got a heart, pal. He goes, aw.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, guys. Let us dive in.
So real quick, Chad says hotter than hell in North Carolina. I'm like 65 over here, Chad.
Oh, don't even talk to me, bro. Don't even at me, bro. It was damn near 90 degrees here.
Nashville
Wow.
Nashville feels like temperature 3 days ago was 113.
Oh,
What's happening?
Around his San Diego.
Man, dude, I would be welcoming a cold plunge every morning. Boy.
You just have to open up the fridge, man. Just get that. That's all
That's
you
your
need
cold
to do.
plunge, Alonso?
That's right. That's
He's all,
right.
and then I stay hydrated because I get a glass of water or iced tea or something. All right.
That's right. All right, let's dive into this week's incentives. Again, it's a light week, but we have a milestone book, Captain America number 750, and we got 2 1 in 50. So you guys got to let me know which one is your choice. We have a 1 in 50 by Adi and a 1 in 50 by John Romita Sr. So take your pick. Mike, of the 2, which one would be your choice?
Oh man, you're gonna make me do this? You're gonna make me go against John Romita Sr. Just passed away. Oh, it's brutal. And I don't mind that cover. I like it. It's classic looking, and it's there's nothing wrong with it. But that Granov is beautiful. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1 in 50s for both of them is a tough call. I mean, I would assume that the Romita will have some legs because it's Romita, and of course he just passed, and people are going to be interested in that. But from an artistic standpoint, I mean, that Granov is gorgeous. The detail in the armor and just great shadow work on the face, and man, that is America's ass right there.
There you go.
So,
yeah, he's Nacho Libroing.
Yeah, he's clenching them butt cheeks a little bit. That's right.
He's a para America.
The flag wave looks a little strange to me. I don't know why it gets like a little thin there at the end, but I guess that's fine. But I mean, that's a beautiful, beautiful cover. The Romita is, it looks like it's from 1983, and that's what it should look like. So nothing wrong with either one of them. But if I have to go home with one, it's the Granov.
All right. Thank you, sir. And you know what? Lord of Brook might be a little bit disappointed.
Wow. He emphasized dare with all caps.
Because he knew I was gonna. That's why.
Yeah, he was ready. He was ready for you.
All right, Steve. Which of the 2, man?
Oh well, first before I even say my pick, man, let me give it. Yep, you already know Alonso. Black Crown Comics, man. If you guys missed his rewind, go ahead and check his rewind from yesterday. Awesome information with him and Newbie. And for me, since being like that, I'm at this age, right? I want to take a time machine back. I want to jump into the DeLorean. I was never fortunate to go read books like I am now, right? So I'd probably go John Romita Sr. It is also paying homage to him because I never had so much of his work, right? So to be able to pay tribute to that and be able to, and the art is awesome. And to be able to kind of put that aside, I'd probably go with him. Adi Granov, man, killed it on this cover. He is clenching them butt cheeks, man. I mean, he's ready to go to war, son.
I mean, you can't just stop staring at it. I mean, look at that.
I mean, he's ready for war. What do you expect? What do you expect, man? I mean, but yeah, for me, it's the Romita Sr.
Oh, okay. Wait. Mike's got something. Hold on.
Oh, that's a
DK. Just so you don't think I'm hard-hearted. Don't worry. My money goes to the right places. All right. So
I'm not jealous.
I know.
I'm not jealous.
You're just showing off. All right.
I'm not showing off. That's not what that was meant for. No. That's just meant to show.
You're just flexing. You're just flexing. I get it.
But I do love me some John Romita Sr. So just.
Oh, man.
Mike's another historian in the community. That's what the way I look at it. I'm like, I'll never get that stuff, but it's fun to look.
Yep. All right, Big Rob. What are your thoughts? Granov or Romita Sr.?
Personally, I would not get both. That's not my taste, but they're both excellent pieces of art. I appreciate them for what they are. They're both masters at their own style. But if I had a choice, if I had to pick one, is Adi Granov. That's obviously the better one. Romita is the legend, but the Granov piece is just better art in general.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Big Rob.
Boba's mad at you.
I know. Because it's like, oh, you should have picked Romita.
Yeah,
what about you, Jeff?
History, dude.
As much as I love Romita,
still chilling.
I mean, the Granov is by far the better art. It's just a cheap incentive as well because they're just using rehashed art that Marvel owns.
So
or Romita's.
What's up, baby?
So it's nothing new or anything like that. So it's just I've never really taken to that incentive type of incentive. And
the hidden gem thing.
yeah, it's just it upsets me because they're using artists' previous art that they own. You know, maybe they didn't use it on a page or something, but they still own it, and it was during that time period. So I mean, whatever. But for the Granov, I love it. It's just great, and I thought the same thing Mike did. That's America's ass, and I don't think there's anything wrong with the flag. I actually see what he did with where he was going with that. It's sideways at the very beginning on the tail, so it's just it caught the wind, and now it's waving by. So yeah, I get it. It's cool. I like it. But someone mentioned it's exactly like the Wolverine one.
Yep, I believe it was Chad Cave.
Yeah, Chad Cave pointed that out.
He's absolutely right.
All right.
You see them books out there, man. You know, the community be knowing.
Yeah. All right. What about this one right here? We have Grim number 11. We have a 1 in 50 and another 1 in 50. But I don't know who did the Rockstar version. And the other one is from Danny. So, Steve, let's start off with you. Of the two, which one would be your choice?
I'm gonna go with the Danny. I just like the art that's involved. I love the sickle that's wrapping around. I think for Grimm, you've seen a lot of these. I mean, depictions of the character and stuff like that. This to me looks like right up my alley. Where the Rock one, I just feel like that's not hitting me. You know, it's just not doing it. Pass for the price. He says, I would buy the Rockstar for 25. Yeah, I would. I mean, definitely wait till this can drop down. I mean, if you're invested and you're into the covers and the art. But for me, yeah, I would go the Danny.
Okay, sounds good. What about you, Big Rob?
Me, personally, neither. But I'm over 4 so far. But if I had to pick one, Danny is the better one. It just artistically has more something more to say. There's nothing wrong with the Rockstar one. I'm not sure who's the artist on that, but it's an interesting concept. I get it. It's very death, very metal. Usually a very metal kind of guy, but the Donnie, it's peaceful mocha, but actually good. So.
Damn.
Wow. All right. What about you, Jeff?
Damn, she wasn't even on here yet, and you already murdered her.
Respect, Big Rob. Damn.
Respect the dead.
She ain't dead.
I don't think the 1 in 50 on the left is worth a 1 in 50. I actually think the art on the right probably would be closer. I still wouldn't pay 1 in 50 price, but I'm sure it's not going to be $50. But it'd probably be harder to find, actually. And this is more of a negative space cover, like organic negative space cover instead of that forced stuff. So I dig it. I dig the one on the right too.
All right. And Mike.
I like Danny's art. Although they all kind of are starting to look the same. There's not many. I'm trying to remember what, I think, was it Abbott might have had a cover from Danny that was a super ghost. It's like the one that I kept. The 1 in 50, I think there's a regular trade dressed version of that.
Binja,
this week. Girl. And I came really close to putting it in Cover Fire this week. And then I zoomed in on it and hated it. So definitely not the artist to be named later. Who I can't remember now. I was trying to search for it while you guys were talking. I can't find it. So for me, it's the Danny, although I'd be hard-pressed to pay.
She knows a good artist.
I'd be hard-pressed to pay a premium for either one of these. The Danny, I might pay a little bit more than cover. Like I might go like 10, 15 because I do think it's pretty. And I like the art. If it were a regular cover, which it might be, I have to look and see if there's a regular trade dress version, then I'm all over the Danny. I think it's a really pretty cover. But
I'm looking. I don't see any trade dress for both of these.
Kind of like sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
I could have sworn there was one for the singing one, but I'm not positive. Maybe not. I guess not. Are you on Midtown, Rob?
Yeah, it's $18 on Midtown right now for the rock and roll, and the Danny is $36.
Yeah, see, now if I could get the Danny for like 18, I might actually think about it. But yeah, certainly not anywhere near ratio. But if I have to pick one, if gun to my head, I will not take the bullet this time. I will take the Danny.
There you go. There you go. Love it. Love it. All right. And the next one we have here, Dominatrix, number 1.
Oh, man.
We have a 1 in 5 by Emilio Laso. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And a 1 in 10 by Joseph Linsner. All right, Big Rob, of the two, which would be your choice for Dominatrix?
I know for a lot of people, especially all these men on this panel, it's probably the butt cover. But now the My Fair Lady homage by Emilio Liso, that's the one for me. It's
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah.
I thought it was My Fair Lady.
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Okay. But that one's the better one. It brings that nostalgia to me, and it's a lot more classier. Not what is that phrase? Be classy, not trashy, or some shit like that. But I like.
She's rocking a leather onesie with the frickin'
whip some dude under her. Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
And just FYI, it is Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Oh, is it? I think the other one looks the same too. But okay, yeah. But I've seen both. They're both great films. But love the border. Yeah, you are right.
Damn, dude.
Damn,
that's beautiful.
Both great films. Yeah, that's badass. And how's Gene Simmons involved?
He's writing it, isn't it?
He is the writer.
He is the writer. He didn't write shit. That motherfucker did not write nothing.
Yo, don't judge, bro.
He's actually smart.
Gene Simmons is not going to sit there and write a fucking.
Is his blood in the red ink this time?
Oh, dude. He put it page like
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's a writer too, right?
Say what?
Yeah, that peach right there.
Kareem is a writer.
Green. Who the hell's Green?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, Kareem. Yeah, I know him. Yeah, I know he's a writer for sure. Because he's actually more into books and shit. I don't see Gene Simmons doing any of this shit.
Damn, that's just rough.
All right. So what about you, Jeff? Of the two, which one would be your choice?
Well, I'm not murdering Momoko and I'm not murdering Gene Simmons. So, yeah, no, I actually agree with Big Rob here. That immediately caught my eye. I saw the poster immediately. I couldn't remember the name of the movie, but yeah, that was a clear homage. So I'm going with the license. But I do have an issue with the way he put the shine on her corset because it just looks a little odd. But that's just me.
Well, Jeff,
do you see what I'm saying?
Do you see what Ninja's saying, Jeff?
Oh, no. Peach is fine. I just love the homage.
Is that a oh.
He's basically
hey, Mike.
He was afraid of that ass, you know.
What's wrong, Mike?
I was like, is that innuendo or you mean Peach Momoko?
There we go.
We're all intimidated by the peach, let's face it.
I'm just like, God bless your soul, girl.
Yep. All right, Mike. Of the two?
Wow. So I had a tough time with this one too. I saw them both and loved them both. I want to get both of these. And I think 1 in 5 and 1 in 10, I can get both of these. I love Linsner's art. He's also perhaps the nicest human in all of comics. And so I would support him anytime I can. He's got that classic pinup style, that very Varga style. But this particular cover, he's done this sort of thing before on a few different covers, a couple of those Betty Pages and stuff. So I'm not sure that it's as unique as I might like, although it is a great butt cover. And you know me, I'm a butt cover guy. But on the flip side, the other one, I'm also a little sick of homages. I really am getting over the whole homage thing. But this is a good one. This is a clever one. And it's one of my favorite movies. I really do love Breakfast at Tiffany's. Audrey Hepburn's fantastic. So this is kind of a funny take on it. I think I'm leaning just ever so slightly with the guys on the 1 in 5. I think I prefer the Breakfast at Tiffany's, but I'd really like to get both of these.
Okay. Steve, are you going to make it make it unanimous?
The quad? Are we going quad? Yeah. You know what? So I'll say this. I feel like the Listener also somewhat looks like of an homage. I like the seductiveness. I mean, it's to say hard, it's the dominatrix, right? And then say she's seductive. I love how she's like kind of like hand to hip or hand to butt cheek and just kind of basically guiding you in. She's like, I'm gonna make all your wait. Hold on. She's like, she's like, I'm gonna make all your wildest dreams come true.
She's
As she
making me
Indiana
wet for you.
Jones that whip.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm gonna
Nightmare.
go with the Breakfast at Tiffany's homage because that homage looks good, man. It just nails it on every step of the way. The art is
Okay.
great.
All right, gentlemen.
And can I say I was way off? It is the same actress, actually. Audrey Hepburn for My Fair Lady. Just totally
It is,
different poster.
Bam! Look at you, Big Rob.
Totally different poster.
Yo, remind me if we're ever on a game show that I pick you, bro.
There you go.
The,
All right, and next,
My Fair Lady has like a pink background, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
we have Night Terror's First Blood #1. We have a 1 in 25 by Riccardo Federici and a 1 in 50 by E.G. Curry. Hopefully I said that right. Jeff, of the two, which one would be your choice?
The one on the right, like I like his artwork, but I don't know if that's 1 in 50. That just seems like a panel. A B or C cover. I kind of feel the same with the Federici. I love his art too, but I kind of dig this. It's a little freakier. It's just a little bit crazy. Is that Harley?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a crazy Harley. So I'm kind of digging that. And I like how he doesn't make Harley like this bombshell, seductive little girl.
Yeah.
It's a freaked out. She looks insane. I can appreciate that. So I would go with the Federici.
All right. What about you, Mike?
I'm all about the Federici. I think that's a fantastic cover. I know that he paints some things. I don't know if they're all painted or if some of it's digital, but this looks painted. And if it is, it's like right up there with Perillo level. I guess it's all these Italians. It's awesome. It's freaky. The spiders are freaking me out. It feels like an incentive. The Ejikure is too digital. And honestly, I like the B cover better, which is Matina. It's like a nice, you'll like it, Rob. It's purple, I think, if I remember right. But yeah, the Federici is a fantastic piece of art. It's a cool perspective, like a cool angle, cool composition. Excuse me.
I would agree, Lord.
And really freaky. And they didn't like crush the cover with trade dress. It's nice and classy up there in the corner. Marvel,
Yeah, right.
Nice.
figure it out, Marvel.
Yes.
All right, Steve.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Federici as well. That looks a little more like a little more real. It looks like a horror flick too. She looks absolutely stunning and freaked out all at the same time. The Ishikuri, I feel like this is a black label book because I feel like you would probably find in a black label book with like more nightmarish, more like to scare the crap out of you. But I just not favoring this art.
I don't think
Federici.
it is.
It's
No,
not
it's-
Black
I think
Label.
it's all regular run stuff.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, because they're all over the place right now with this Night Terror.
Yeah, there's a Batman title for it.
Yep, 1 in 25, baby. Put it
All
down.
right. Big Rob?
Yeah, before I actually talk about the art, I just want to say this is probably the summer sucker book from DC. Get all the noobs to buy all the fucking covers and just you spend a gang of money.
Yep.
So
This is Dark Knight's Metal for this year.
yeah.
Man, yeah.
I've been there and done that over the last 25 plus years. So no, thank you. But the actual art itself,
78.
yeah, the Federici is just a better art in general. Nothing wrong with the Jakura, in my opinion. It's a 1 in 50, so it's kind of steep. It might be a little pricey. I don't know what it's $36 on Midtown right now. So even Bubba says it's shit. But the Federici is a lot better. The 125. It's definitely something different. They actually aged up Harley Quinn, which is not normal at all. And that's something she got. Looks like it's almost like she got. I know it's pink, but it looks like a fucking black eye on her eye there. So that's pretty trippy. So I dig that, and it's $18 on Midtown, so it's pretty cheap still. So.
All right. What about this one here? We have again. I think Mike had already mentioned, right?
Yep.
So we got Batman, Night of Terror's Batman #1. We have a Kyle No at a 1 in 25 and a Dan Mora at a 150. Mike, start us off.
Oh my God, the Kyle No by far. I mean, there's no doubt about it. The Mora is not horrendous, although it kind of has that sort of like almost design
1 in
variant.
10.
Like, yeah, 1 in 10 design variant feel to it. So it's really hard to swallow 1 in 50 on that. But holy crap, the no is unbelievably cool. I mean, it's great work with shadows. There's real mood to it, which I don't find often anymore. Or if there's mood, there's no contrast, like things are too dark usually. Whereas on this one, there's some good use of light and dark. I think it's an exquisite cover. I really do. I was kind of pissed that it wasn't a regular cover. But I think it's amazing. It's also really hard to get 3 things on a cover and not make it feel cluttered. And this one doesn't feel cluttered at all. I think it looks great. So by far the 1 in 25, no question.
All right. Nice. Steve?
Oh, you already know it's the 1 in 25, man. It's dark, family portrait. Not even that. The symbolism is like there's Bruce Wayne adopting the bat in his life and now turning him into Batman. But this looks dark as hell. I love it. I'm over. I like Dan Mora's art. I think he's great. But I'll tell you, when I jumped on back to comic books, I was going that tinny and run and doing the design variants. I still have those. And I wish I would have thought about that. And those were the Jimenez our design variants. But I wish I would have thought about that. Just getting the A covers right now. I'm only peeping what I'm reading. So it's the 1 in 25.
If you want to see a creepy cover with that concept of Bruce turning into Batman, check out the Puppeteer Lee B cover for this.
Okay.
Holy shit. It's creepy as hell.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
I'm going to check it out.
It's a lot better. That's the cover I'll be buying. But
okay.
Damn.
All right, Mike. I'm going to check it out.
Rob?
Yeah, I've never had an issue with design covers. I always find them okay. This one's, I think it's going $45. Definitely a skip for me. It's nothing wrong with it. It's cool, design cover. But the 1 in 25 I knew you could hear the Nirvana song from Batman. I just heard the whole album this weekend on vinyl. What's the name of the song? Shit, I can't remember. But yeah, I could hear that song when I see this piece of art. It's just that creepy fucking Batman vibe, and that's what you want from your Batman. You want to be creepy, guys. It's a psychopath, really.
All right,
Yeah.
Jeff.
Yeah. So, okay. So I'm upset that it looks like a design variant, but it actually looks like it could be art from an anime. So it looks like it could fit in the world of like My Hero or Death Note or what's the other horror one? The really popular one.
Demon Slayer?
Sandman?
Huh?
No,
not Sandman. It's
Death Note.
Jitsu or something like that.
Oh,
Jujutsu Kaisen?
Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen?
So like that, like I'm saying, like that's the kind of like vibe I'm getting it from it,
you up, bro.
but not for 1 in 50. And that Keanu just hands down wins. That's probably one of his best art in a while, in my opinion, at least that I remember. That's a badass Batman. I mean, he's got blood flowing down his helmet. I mean, his mask. It looks like the Batman Year One with the long ears. I'm digging all of it. Yeah, and let's give DC some credit now. I've always been shitting on them about their incentives. The last 2 incentives, the 1 in 25s, have been the best I've seen in a long time.
Agreed.
So
Sprucing it up.
they just screwed up, and they should have made it a 1 in 50.
Yeah, they should have been swapped. You're right.
Oh, have you guys noticed? Did you guys notice the gun on that demon's head or the bat's head?
Yeah, I was wondering what the hell that was.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a gun.
Oh, no way. Yeah, it is.
Sheesh.
Well, kind of like the symbolism.
Horrifying.
Yeah.
You get the 1 in 25 for 18. So. It's not
Oh,
There you
okay. All right. There you go.
Serious?
The other one's 45.
Wow. All right. What about this one? Since we're still on the Night Terror train, we have Poison Ivy #1. We have by a 1 in 25 by Namit, and a 1 in 50 by Jessica. All right, Steve, of the two, which one would be your choice?
Oh, you son of a gun! How dare you? I knew you were getting ready to call me. This is both of them are dark. They're both freaking me out equally. The Dalva just looks like something like a little more real, a little more psychotic. And then the Namit, neither. Hey man, it's a versus, man. You got to pick one. One must stand and one must fall, brother. Um, I would go with the Namit. That looks like something like what's it called now? I'm blanking out. With a black crows or no, black hole sun. Bam.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
You know, it just looks horrifying.
It's not that's not Black Crows. That's
And I know, but at least I got the song right, dude. You're gonna shut on me right now?
Soundgarden.
Jesus.
Soundgarden.
See, Mike, thank you.
Soundgarden.
See, Mike helps where Big Rob's like, here, let me just kick you down a little more.
Oh, you only caught your left nut? Let me get you in the right.
He's all San Diego Comic Con. He's all, you're just gonna get your just desserts.
you're getting shit, homie.
Well, then I can't wait.
it's gonna be fun.
Oh man.
So what is it, Steve? So it's the Dalwa?
No, the Nimit.
The Nimit?
Yeah.
All right, Big Rob.
They're both great, I think. Yeah, I totally see Black Hole. It totally is Black Hole Song. But actually, when you, for me personally, when I look at the high res image close up and a big, so you can see it nice and clear, the Dalva has a lot more detail and it's really intricate. The whole mushroom setup and the coloring is it's weird on the mushrooms. It's almost like metallic. So this will be a cool blacklight poster in my opinion. So I dig it a lot. The fence work, the shading is great. Just the warp windows is crazy. The girl's face is probably the least desirable thing about the cover, but it still works. It's a weird kind of nightmare just thing in this is a nightmare in your head, and you're just witnessing it, and
The darkness of PBS.
Yeah, dude, you're on some heavy drugs, or you're losing your mind. So it's pretty bad. So I love. But I love that Dalva is great. Nothing wrong with the 1 in 25. So you can get that for 36. Not bad.
All right, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, the 1 in 25, I'm actually not mad at either. Gives me that what's that movie where they're in that community and the women Stepford Wives. That's it. Gives me very Stepford Wives vibes, and that freaks me the hell out. The Dalva though. It's okay. So if this is really drawn, okay, this is kind of a masterpiece because in the fact that I feel like I'm looking at a claymation version of Poison Ivy, and it's real and it's a still life photo. Mm-hmm. It almost feels like that, if that is not still life photo, that is amazing. Because that's how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at like it's like a claymation, like the old school claymation animations. Like those were cool, like Frosty the Snowman and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Have you seen the new Stanley documentary? And they do like little toys and throughout the cutscenes, they look like that. It almost looks like 3D. It's little. I thought it was a drawing, but it's actually a little toy.
I thought this was toy, like an actual clay figure. So I mean, bravo! I'll take the Dalva.
All right, Mike.
I think the Dalva is a photo, but I am not, to quote Jeff, I am not mad at that because I think that Dalva probably sculpted and painted all of this stuff, or at least kit bashed something together to do it, and that's really impressive too. To me, it has a really creepy vibe to it. It's got a really cool look that, for me, is really very nostalgic. So I grew up buying Sandman, and if you look at Sandman covers, Dave McKean was doing these like collages of things, and he would take photos and then paint over them, and then paper mache and other all kinds of different techniques. This kind of technique being one of them. He had a lot of models and things that he would sort of screw with, and so to me, there's a lot of nostalgia with this being sort of a dark DC thing, like the Vertigo line was at the time. I really love that Dalva. I don't dislike the Malavia. I think that's perfectly fine and also pretty creepy. But that Dalva is something new, fresh, unique. It harkens back to just enough nostalgia for me. I think she probably created the entire thing from scratch, or pretty nearly from scratch, and that's impressive. It's really cool and unique and different, and I applaud that. So it's the Dalva all day for me. I hope I can try to get a copy of it.
It's
Nice.
it's one thing that like we see those cosplay photo covers and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't mind this at all. You
No, this is
created
a
it
different
from
animal.
scratch. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
This is art. That's art.
Yeah,
Not the
for sure.
photography isn't art. Don't get me wrong. And some of those cosplay covers actually have some pretty decent artistic photography going on. But this is
It's horrifying as shit.
this
For
is a
sure.
different level. This is a different level. Yeah, this is great shit.
All right. All right. And we're still on that night terror train. Here we go. What about this one here? The Joker #1 Night Terror, 1 in 25 by Ryan Brown. Jeff?
why does it look like a 13-year-old is a Joker? It's kind of freaky, I guess. I don't I like Ryan Brown and it's not bad. It's just I don't know. I don't want my Joker to be 13 or 15 years old. So
Black Spiders, what's up?
it's still good. It's good art. It's just I don't think I'd pick it up.
All right. What about you, Mike?
I'm almost exactly the same as Jeff. I love Brown's work. This one, for some reason, just doesn't do it for me. I'm not really sure why, but it's not about his face looking young, although it does look a little too young. The concept is cool. Sort of has that old DC horror feel to it, that kind of like House of Secrets, House of Mystery sort of feel to it, which I dig. But obviously a ramped up artistry on it. So it's a really good cover, but I would want this to just be a B cover if I was going to take it home. I wouldn't pay a premium for this. It's not at that level for me. I mean, it's a fantastic piece of art. Don't get me wrong. I could never even come close to producing this, but yeah, there's just something off about it. I can't quite place. Looks a little too wide or something. I don't know.
His head is big.
Yeah. It's throwing me off. Feels like it's too big for the coffin.
All right. Steve?
The kind of feel I get is like a R.L. Stein, kind of like horror books, like those horror books. Yeah, Goosebumps type of feel. That would look at like a younger touch, right? It's like trying to hit that audience. I'm not sure if that's the direction Ryan was going with. I don't think it's bad art at all. But I just, I don't know. There's just something missing that's kind of grabbing me. Although all those things I've gravitated to and the things that are kind of popping out to me, kind of weigh out like, oh, okay, so this is why you would buy it, if you were a fan of this. And horror too. I mean, he looks like he's scared shitless. I mean, he looks like you're opening the casket and he's like, got any toilet paper? But no.
All right. Big Rob?
So this is Night Terror's Joker. I think this is the 1 in 50, Alonso, because the 1 in 25 is the Claw.
Okay.
Yeah, which I like more. The Claw is actually homaging the Joker cover of Detective Comics, that classic white one with the
the jock.
Yeah,
The one.
Yeah, that one, that famous Joker one. That's the Claw. This one's cool. It's all right. Like it's going for 58. So it's one of the more expensive ones. The Night Terror covers. The hands, I don't know what's going on with the little hands all over his face. I think in general it's pretty good art. I could see when people don't like the young version. It's just a younger version of the Joker, which I don't see a lot. Just on that point, I love his eyes though. I love the different color eyes. I think that's pretty dope, in my opinion. And he's looking like he's coming out of the coffin, huh? So, yeah, that's a cool touch. I like that. So it does pique my interest to see what's in the book. So, and that aspect, I think is a good cover.
Cool. All right. Moving on to the next.
The Dead, and now it's Night Terrors.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. What about this one here? We got Barnstormers #1, and we have a 1 in 25 by Jenny Frizen. And guess who we're starting with, Mike?
Yeah. It's gorgeous. It really is gorgeous. And she's doing some things in it that she doesn't, I don't know that she's ever done. Some of that sparkle stuff, that's kind of different for Jenny. I dig this cover a lot, but I can't believe I'm going to say it. I like the Tula Lute.
I knew it.
I like the Tula Lute cover better, and that's just a regular A cover. I will probably try to get this just because I'm a Jenny homer, and I want as many of her incentives as I can get my hands on. And I really do think this is a beautiful cover, especially the fabric textures, which I know sounds strange, but I mean, we've seen a billion beautiful faces from Jenny before, so that's nothing new. Yeah, I mean, it's a great cover, but I prefer the Lute. It just has better action. I think the character is depicted cooler, more of an Amelia Earhart kind of a look. So hopefully I can come on with both of them. But yeah, this is gorgeous. I will try to get this. I hope I don't have to pay much more than Ratio.
Oh, I like this comment.
Wow,
That
that's
is
shots
very
fired,
good.
Lord.
Yep.
Yikes!
Yeah.
All right.
Someone's
All right,
bitter.
Steve, what do you got?
Did Laura cheat in a game against you?
That's our codename, cheater.
Yep.
Oh,
All right, Steve.
man. Yeah, dude, I'm in love with this cover. I will agree with Mike. The Tula Lute is a better cover. The artwork on a lot of these covers in the that they're producing this title are all great. I mean, I think they're all beautiful. But again, it's Jenny Frison, for God's sakes. She does amazing work. I feel like she always just produces just the best work. So yeah, I'm a fan, and damn, dude, I was fighting, not trying to pick up any more books, like trying to just kind of slim down on what I read. But you, damn it, Alonso, Alonso.
Sucker.
It just looks pretty. You want to buy it, right?
No, you know what I want? I want my money for San Diego Comic Con. So I'm gonna say for that. Thank you.
All right, smart man, smart man. What about you, Big Rob? What do you think about this one?
Well, in general, I agree with the guys. I agree with Steve. There's a ton of all the covers are great, all awesome. The Tula Lute actually has multiple covers.
I'm talking about the close-up cockpit one.
Yeah, the cockpit one, she has a foil for that too.
Oh,
Yeah.
dope.
So there's two versions of that one. So, but as for the Frison, this is just Jenny Frison standard. I do the sparkle is different. I dig it. It's the flowers, the blush on her face, the skin tones, the more of peachy kind of sky background. Right? She always loves those kind of color palette. And this is totally bringing me back to the last run of the at least the artist to the Rocketeer with Betty Page books.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's totally bringing me back to that. So it's definitely piques my interest, but I'm not buying shit. So, but I dig it.
All right, what about you, Jeff?
Yeah, I was getting the 1930s vibes too. 1940s, yeah. So with the plane, obviously, and the dress. I mean, it's good art. It's Frison. I do, like everyone's pretty much said, I dig the sparkly and I like the fact that it's exactly the same, brightness as the stars behind her. So it emphasizes her dress and her outfit and everything and her hair. So that's cool. I probably won't get it, but it's really awesome.
Okay, and just for you guys at home, this is the cover that they were talking about, the Tula Lute. Hopefully it'll load. Computer's acting a little funny, but this is it right here for our Barnstormers.
Damn, look how beautiful that
shit.
is, man.
So there's a regular and a foil for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just so you guys know.
I would take a look at this title, man.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah,
That is really great.
and the synopsis, like in reading it, looks good too. Looks good. I just had to, slap my hand for my wallet and be like, no.
So the A cover looks like it's a cover for like a book, a novel, and then the Frison looks like it's a teenage book cover.
Gotcha. All right, Steve, one of your favorite artists, man. What do you think about this 1 in 25?
Damn you, Alonso. I love Zoo's work. I mean, I'm a fan of her work. I think it's just amazing. I like it, avant-garde. I mean, just the creativity behind it. This to me, and maybe she's going in a different direction, right? I mean, which is great. All artists should kind of test their boundaries and do different things. Looks like she used like some chalk work here, but it just doesn't look as menacing to me enough. I mean, it does look good, but I don't know. I'd like a little more. I don't know. Maybe I'm just so used to her art being so amazing in that other end, the way I like it, that I'm just being selfish.
That's okay. You can be selfish, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't pay 1 in 25. If I can get this at like $15, $10, I'd probably jump on it.
$13.50 at Midtown.
There you go.
Sold.
There you go. Big Rob?
Honestly, I hate it. I think it looks like shit personally, but
You know what, Big Rob?
I saw that coming from a mile away. I saw his face.
it's like what's the one that uses black paper all the time to draw the Disney characters?
Gabriel Delato?
Yeah, that's good black paper art. This is not. So the smoke, the Superman. I don't get why his undercarriage, his rib side is just.
Leave.
Why has a saggy suit on? That doesn't make sense to me. I know the character design is drawn with this, but you want a good cover for this book, buy the Hayden Sherman, the $5 one. That looks like an old school Russian or U.S. war bomb poster from the 1940s. That one, yeah, with the hand. That's just awesome. This one is not. Skip this one. Yeah,
That's
it looks
great.
like Jesus Christ, Superman style, man.
That's the one, man.
Looks
I
like a
agree.
Dolph Lundgren Superman, dude.
Yeah.
On crack.
All right, Jeff, go ahead. Lay it on us.
Okay, I'm not that harsh on it, but I exactly see. I would never get it. I don't know if that's harsh. I do like elements of it. I like her idea of so too much smoke. The smoke is okay, but it's too much. Like I don't want it necessarily covering the main character, the main focus on the page, when it's not necessary, right? And the idea of having the smoke around him as well and his eyes glowing, it gives that effect off of the smoke, like if you're looking at him, right? So I like that idea, but the rest of it, it looks like she used color pencils, and it looks like this doesn't even look like a finished piece of work. It looks like a kid like colored that in.
And a sidewalk, right? On the sidewalk and shit.
And,
Yeah,
and
exactly. Yes.
the way the S is just off. It's not. It's totally imperfect. That's why I have my issue with it. Like I like some of the concepts, but she just didn't finish this.
You better get the water hose and wash this shit out.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mike, what do you think? Do you agree with the guys?
Yeah, I think this is awful for her. I think that this looks to me like an artist who is trying a new medium and can't or can't produce their style with it because it just isn't part of their anatomy, if you will. Like, look, I don't pretend to be anywhere near these artists, but I'm a fairly decent drawer, and I'm pretty good with pastels and colored pencils and some other things. But in my classroom, I always used to try to draw stuff on my whiteboard with whiteboard markers. If you've ever tried to use whiteboard markers to draw anything, you know that if you go back over a line, it erases the line because it's alcohol based, right? So it's really tough. No matter how good an artist you actually are, you have to understand how this new medium works. And I think that whatever Orzu tried to do here, she needs to step back away from. I don't think she's either ready to use whatever this is, or it doesn't translate her awesome style quite like we want it to. She's a fantastic artist. I love her impressionism. Her other covers blow me away almost every single time. This one does not. It's like the guy said. I think it looks like a kid kind of did it. It's very static and like when it's front facing like that, and there's no angles or anything. There's nothing interesting here. This is just like a cookie cutter stamp out, colored poorly with a medium that I don't think she's prepared to use.
How the hell is Mike good cop and I'm bad cop on this one? Shit.
I'm not good cop. I think it looks like trash. I don't.
Yeah, but you basically said she got what she intended for her drink.
Bro, you just said get the hose.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think it looks like Orzu. Like I would never have thought that this was Orzu's work because her style does not translate through this medium.
Not all of us.
And she needs to go back to paint.
I mean, would you be afraid of that fist? It looks like a baby's fist.
All right, guys. What about this one here? Big Rob, Star Wars, 1 in 25 by Lee Gerbe. You buying?
Hell no. Shit, I'm a bad one this week. Neo Numb, man. Neo Numb is one of my favorite racist characters in Star Wars. It totally is. It's super racist.
That was
It
the
is.
best reaction.
It is.
I'm married to a Filipino woman. I see a lot of Filipino men, and that's what they were intended for. That's
Damn.
Son,
Jesus.
jeez, Big Rob is ruthless today, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Wow.
that's what they're in.
You're going to get canceled, Big Rob.
So
Hey,
glad
no,
I'm
my
Filipino.
George Lucas, man. Blame his old ass. But
Wife's not in the room, is she?
Yeah, dude. Like if she is, she's on the couch. Like, I'm right here, right?
no, she's getting the meats for tomorrow for 4th of July. So the art itself is not that great. It's pretty cover A. It's not 1 in 25. The best part about it is the damn light streaks coming off their forehead. And why? I don't know. Yeah, they did my man Niam Num bad on this one. So
Love it.
He's
All
not.
right, come on, Jeff.
I don't know how to follow that.
I love that
can't
character.
It's just, it's not a 1 in 25. I'm sorry. I know he was going for that poster look and that, that old 80s vibe, Last Starfighter kind of thing. And I'm out. He didn't do a good job of it. And it's just whatever. I don't look at Lando's face. At least Nia Num got a better face than Lando did.
Lando looks like my uncle, man. He looks like a vato, man.
Dude, right, he does, dog.
From 1982, man. He got the damn the oil
Tío,
and
¿cómo
the
estás?
hairnet and all that.
He should be in Blood In, Blood Out.
Yeah, dude. He looks like Bob, dog. He looks like Bob.
I'm not gonna lie, dude.
Richard! It's not my first
Oh, man.
or my
Alonso's
last.
like, shut the hell up, everybody.
All right, Mike. Do
So
you agree so far with the gents?
I do. I don't think this is a very good cover at all. This looks like stock work. This looks like interior splash pieces or interior panel pieces that are mashed together. And there is no way anybody's buying. If anyone wants anything old school this week, there's no way people aren't buying the Jerry Ordway Return of the Jedi miniseries homage cover, which is fucking amazing. It's exactly what this should have been. Yeah. I don't know why they didn't put this as the B cover and the Ordway as the 1 in 25 because everybody still would have bought the motherfucker. So that's the one I want. That's the one that blows this thing off out of the universe. This is just not great. It's not terrible art either, but it's certainly not incentive worthy. The Ordway all the way, $4. That's the one.
All right, and Steve.
What everybody's just said right now, Alonso, you already know. This is just not for me. This is like panel art. Like if I'm reading through a story, this is what exactly is on the panel art.
Yep.
But damn if I say, like that does look like Bob, from La Bamba.
This looks like a great buddy cop TV show and shit from like
Starsky and Hutch, Intergalactic Starsky and Hutch,
Intergalactic Chips or some shit.
Well, but they kind of were depicted that way, right? I mean, they sort of were in Return of the Jedi. Yeah. That's kind of the way they were.
Yeah.
Damn.
I want that show, Disney Plus.
Oh,
there you go. All right, how about this one, Big Rob? I know this is gonna be a favorite of yours.
Yeah,
right. Go ahead. 1 in 10, Sonic Hedgehog by was it Nathalie or Natalie Fordrain?
Fordrain. She's been doing all the 1 in 10s. I believe this is hers. I have several of her 1 in 10s. Like I always say, that IDW's 1 in 10s. They're here today, gone tomorrow. They're always ghosts. And when it comes to Sonic the Hedgehog, if you see them, grab them. They guarantee you the double in price. It's just a matter of time. If not a lot more, sometimes they go $40, $50. And her art is, I think it really fits well for Sonic the Hedgehog. She gets the vibe, the nostalgia of the 16-bit era, but in a modern colorized animation way. It just works somehow. And I love this depiction of Knuckles just chilling under an oak tree and just eating some grapes. That's cute and awesome, and it's fun. I love it. The interior art too on Sonic is great. I love the interior. The whole book in general, it's a good book.
Nice. All right.
Are you sure those are grapes, not worms? Damn, they look like worms.
You need a better screen, bro. It's grapes.
Is it? I got a blurry screen then. I like it. Bob, Big Rob is correct. 1 in 10s are always ghosts, and I think even the original run of Sonics, like every book is worth money. It's like not cheap to get the run because they were kids' books. So yeah, this is going to be rare to get, and I dig the art. I dig it.
All right, Mike.
And those OGs are also Archie too, I think, which makes them even a little tougher to get.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I've liked this whole run of 1 in 10s. I think they're all great. Whenever I can get my hands on them, I grab them. The art style is really cool. I've liked the prior two better than this one, but I think this one's still great. I mean, this has all the feels of the video game and the old comics with some cool, fresh looking art. And we all know that they're tough to get, and you'll never get them again if you don't get them on release day. So yeah, I would totally snag this all day long for 10-ish if I could get it.
Knuckles is so cool.
Yeah, and Knuckles is cool as fuck.
What about you, Steve?
Sign me up, coach. Yeah, like you always see oversaturation of like Sonic, of course, Tails. Knuckles doesn't get not enough love, right? I mean, and you also see Shadow in certain things. So for this, I'm down for this. It doesn't break the bank. Again, they're ghosts. You never see them. I do the same thing with the Turtles books. It kind of simmered down a little bit. So for me, I dig it. I'm in. And Sega, man, like what Mario is to Nintendo, Sonic is to Sega Genesis. So you always want to jump in that.
And there's 2 successful movies already, with a third on the way.
Yeah. It's been really hard for me to buy all the A's and B's and all the 110s through the last
for sure.
50 issues. I love every fucking cover, honestly.
Yeah.
I just dated myself, I realize. Because most people would say, Sega! And
That's right.
I did the other one.
Oh, no, man, you were perfect. You were perfect.
All right, and this one's for you, Mike.
Yeah, I knew you were going to put this fucking
We have
thing
My
in
Little
here.
Pony, number 14.
Come on,
1
no,
in
it's
10.
not good. It's
I want to go next.
My Little Pony.
Like just the Suda.
Oh,
Mike?
come on. No, obviously
Mike?
not.
Come on.
It's not even good. Like, there's plenty of there. Okay, artistically speaking, there are plenty of good pony covers. There really are. The contents of them and the whole brony thing bothers the shit out of me, so I'll never touch these books. But at the end of the day, this isn't even a good one. Like, it deserves every bit of that vomit emoji that you have up there. I don't have anything good to say. This is literal kindling. I would put this on actual fire.
Jeez,
Without ever even opening it. I don't even care if it's a key. It doesn't matter to me.
And then Big Rock could get the hose, to hose it down.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
That's it, Mike? That's all we get?
You want more, really? I mean, we're knocking on the hour.
Who wants a
door
Big
here.
Rob?
Sure?
I mean, Big Rob's like, me.
I mean, the colors don't even contrast. It all looks like one big washed out purple fucking vomit mess. It's terrible.
Oh, okay, Big Rob, come on.
No, I'm on the other side of the fence. I actually love this. I love the cover B is the one to get. Really, this is a key issue. It's going to be a book you're probably going to regret not getting in the future. This is the first pony with the has that skin disorder. What's it called? When you have so it's basically it's for those people with the skin that would have like
alopecia.
Alopecia. Yeah. So that's the pony has this. If you look at cover A,
that makes it a key.
Yeah, it's the first appearance on this pony. So the bronies are going to be on this. This is a 1 in 10 for IDW. Forget it. It's going to be it's already gone. It's sold out on Midtown. Everybody was going. This is the one of the books of the week.
James Critter, what's up?
So this is the first appearance of this pony.
Just stick with the A cover. Bam, save yourself the money.
That's still available, but the cover B, the one on the corner, that's the better one in my opinion. That's from
but this one's going to be worth the most.
Sure.
But the rare one is this one with her because she's drawing the pony with a full skin color, and it's she's sad with the whole skin disorder.
Wow.
So
Okay.
if you didn't explain that to me, it looks like a hot shit. mess.
It does.
Like seriously, like
shit.
I couldn't even see the pony at one point.
Me either.
And then when you explain it, I was like, oh, now I feel like an asshole. So thanks, Big Rob.
Yeah.
I mean, spec wise, you get this, the 1 in 10. Art wise, as a cover lover, I pass this all day. And yeah, so I mean, it's adorable for a 3-year-old, I guess, but no, thank you.
All right, and Steve, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, man, I didn't even see the pony until I really had to really focus. You know, just like, yeah, there it is. Yeah, even though it's a 1 in 10, man, it's not good, dude. It's just not good at all.
The best art on the cover is the pony's drawing.
Yeah, right. What you would put in the refrigerator.
Drawing it with hooves, for God's sake.
Yeah, man, this is just not doing it.
Trish, you couldn't have saved their lives on this one? Come on.
Trish is enjoying this.
Oh, man. All right. That was for you, Mike. All right.
Yeah, see, Trish said it. Trish said it right there. We just wasted 5 minutes on a pony book. We should all be shot.
Oh, my God.
Damn.
Didn't she work on like 50 of them?
She did. All right. How about this one here? Well, we'll start with you, Jeff. Thor Annual #1, a 1 in 100 by Mr. George Perez.
Ooh, I'm torn. I'm gonna get killed on this. Okay. I dig his artwork, but I feel cheated because I see like nobody's face basically. I don't like it when the characters have their backs to us, unless there's something extravagant that they're looking at. And I mean, it's okay. I mean, but they live there. It's Asgard. They're looking at, Midgard.
Looking at your house, like staring at your house.
It's like, yeah, big deal. So like, I feel a little cheated. I mean, but look, it's Perez art for sure. You can't mistake it. But not 1 in 100. I'm out. I just give me the A cover if I'm just gonna get this book.
Yep, and they do. I think this is it right here. All right, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, I like it enough to get it as the A cover. I actually really dig all the detail. I love how Asgard's done. I love the perspective of it. I don't give a crap if I can see their faces or not. Actually, my one big issue is Odin. I guess that's Odin. Odin's wings sort of blend into the buildings in Asgard, but otherwise, I don't really have a huge problem with anything else going on in it. I think it's a pretty epic piece. Tons and tons of work went into this thing. So I dig it for that reason alone. I almost wish it were just Asgard and no characters.
Yeah, I would have taken that.
I might have preferred it that way, but I'm all over trying to get the regular one. There is no shot in hell. I won't chase anyone in 100, to be perfectly honest with you, but especially not when I can get it as an A cover. And it's not one that I'm absolutely head over heels in love with. So, but I really do like the cover. There's a lot of elements about it that are pretty fucking amazing, to be honest.
Okay.
Ooh,
Steve?
Got to go A cover on this one. Not paying that 1 in 100. Definitely good to see George Perez's art. RIP for sure. And I dig it. I dig the cover. But I would just save myself the money and go A.
James, I like what you said there. That comment is right on the money, man.
I'm not in disagreement. That's why I have a problem with them.
That's what I was going to say too. Yeah.
Go ahead, Big Rob.
Yeah, it's like it's art that it was never meant, I guess, to be published. It was just they were just pulling it out of his history, out of his library, right, to use it now that he's gone and make some money off his ass. But
cash grab.
Yeah, that's kind of wrong in a way. I would rather have it just the city itself, but it's definitely a big skip for me. The 1 in 100 or the cover, whatever that regular one is.
Okay.
Is it just me or Thor's head so small?
It is small for his body.
Okay, I thought she robbed Liefeld his chest for a second. I thought, oh, maybe it's just his head.
All right, gentlemen, that does it for the incentives of the week.
You didn't get the Captain Morrow Dark Tempest. I want to see Mike's head blow up, man.
You know what? I went through a lot of them, and I'm like, oh, they weren't all that good.
Best. Oh,
You want to do an impromptu one? We can do an impromptu one. Let me get it.
I know which one you mean, and it's.
I want to
awful.
see his head blow.
Oh,
Hey,
I
this
need
is
to,
already
I need to
starting
see
right
this.
now.
Let
I
me
need
get
to
it.
see this cover.
Oh, let me get it.
She's like 10 years old in it. It's horrendous.
Okay, which one is it?
The one in 100, the black one.
So
Okay,
10-year-old
no.
Harley or
You mean-
10-year-old?
No,
You mean the one in
no,
200?
Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel.
The
It's
one in
Rose
200,
Best,
right?
right?
Yeah, Roche Best, Captain Marvel, Dark Tempest, #1, cover
Yeah,
J.
the one in 200.
Cover
Yeah,
J?
200, I'm sorry. Yeah.
There's a J cover?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do this one. Go ahead. You can start off, Big Rob.
I want to hear Mike more, but it's mesh. I personally like the colors. I think it looks cool. There's a white one. There's a regular $5 one, but it is kind of silly.
Oh, no,
The
Rose.
outline of the body is kind of silly. The head's too small for the body. She has guns. She got boobs. She got hips on this one. It's all over the place, but somehow I like it. I don't know why. I like it. But and it looks better in black than white. The white one looks worse, to be honest. But
Very anime.
But yeah, very anime, very manga. The very Jujutsu Kaisen. I want to hear Mike.
All right, come on. Let's hear from Mike.
Her head is way too effing small. You know why? Because it's the head of a 10-year-old on the body of a 25-year-old. And then colored with pastel vomit. What is happening
Vomit.
on this cover? This is awful. This is awful shit. It does not belong. It's so bad.
Dude,
It's so bad. It's so creepy. It's so wrong for this book. She should be fucking buff and tough and older and not pastel. She's red, white, and blue, or red, gold, and blue. Anyway, come on, man. Pink and shit. Fucking orange. Come on.
Dude, he threw a fucking.
Ah.
Wow.
My Brooklyn comes out when I get angry.
Dude,
You broke Mike.
that's the kind of mic I'm willing.
You
to
broke
freaking-
Mike, okay, Big Rob? You broke
See,
Mike.
I was happy that you didn't include this. So I didn't have to
Now
go
he's
off
broke
and be
it.
that guy tonight. But I
He's
have to
broke
be
it.
that guy tonight. I even
You-
mentioned this shit in the intro comments of Cover Fire.
Oh, here we
this
go.
week because I
Oh
had
my
to
God.
just point out
Look at that,
anybody
Mike.
buying
This is
this
from Trish.
cover,
The
the
vitriol.
25-year-old boobs and a 10-year-old's face needs to seriously think about what's going on in their collection.
Oh my God.
This-
All right, Steve, Jeff, do you have
Now I
anything
need
to
a whole
add?
glass of rum. Thank you.
Oh, man, you know what? Do I even need to say anything after that?
It's
Perfect.
literally, this is anime hentai at its best. I'm surprised she doesn't have cleavage.
She's the waifu, man. She's the waifu of your life.
Yeah, I'm
Oh my God.
it's not bad art. It throws you
Mike.
off. It absolutely throws you.
Mike had a conniption fit, dude.
Oh God!
Sorry.
Oh my
It's been a
cheeks
while.
hurt.
It's been a while since
My
I've gone
cheeks
off
hurt
on a cover.
So bad.
Oh, Mike, this is perfect.
And you know, just and if you didn't want that, they do have a regular cover, right?
I mean, you're not wrong. The body definitely doesn't fit the body
No, I think
whatsoever.
no. I think if you have to own this art, if you want to own this art, you have to buy the 1 in 100. You have to. If you're the person buying that, you need to spend the money on it.
9.8.
Obligated. You should be obligated to have to spend $100 to bring that home.
Oh wow!
$100. It's 180.
Jesus!
180.
There you have it.
All right, guys. There it is.
These are the covers that when we look back, when we look back at the 90s and we laugh at all the things we bought.
It's sold out too.
Yeah, because they didn't get any. That's probably why.
You know why? Because there's a lot of dweebs out
Dude.
there.
Mike is discombobulated right now. Big Rob, you done fucked with us.
Oh my God. Okay.
Should I add a get off my lawn there at the end? I don't know.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
Get off my lawn.
All right, here we go. Moving on to the store exclusives, we have Night Terror Zatanna #1 by Natalie Sanders. LE of 1,000 cost of $30. You can find a KRS, Mutant Beaver, Eastside Comics and the Comic Mint. Mike, how do you feel about this one? Do you feel better?
I feel better, but I don't like her face for some reason. I'm not sure. I think it's in the nose that I'm not fond of that. And it's throwing me way off. There's also some weird proportional problems going on with it, but I don't mind those so much. A lot of cool details though, and some really cool colors.
Purple.
This does at least feel like, like a kind of a special book, right? I mean, but it has that store exclusive feel to it. But it doesn't at least look like every other Natalie Sanders girl, which is essentially Natalie Sanders. This one looks at least a little different, but I dig it. I definitely dig the swirls of magic and the cards falling and the little rabbit down on her foot and stuff like that.
That rabbit's dope, man.
Yeah, that rabbit's probably my favorite part of the whole cover. Yeah, I'm having just a little problem with maybe the lighting on her nose or something. I know that's really nitpicky because the rest of the art kind of beautiful.
A little weird. Yeah.
I also love the stuff in the bottom, the bottom background there, the sort of the whatever you call the foreground foundation there with the book and everything is kind of a cool touch too. So she definitely paid some attention to details on this one and definitely did not phone this one in. So I dig it. I don't know if I'd pay $30 for it, but I do like it.
Okay, Steve.
Yeah, I dig it, man. I dig it. Digging the usage of colors. Definitely have a problem with the face. I feel like everything else is kind of like oh God, what's like God, not pinstripe. What is a pinup model kind of look? But the face is a little off for sure.
Were you trying to say she's thick?
No, I was gonna like pinup model. She is thick on the legs, man. She did not let a meal go by. God bless her soul. But yeah, enough said.
Big Rob.
Steve's thinking New York Yankees pinstripes. It's good. I'm not going to retread it. I agree with Mike in general. It's in Steve. It's a good cover. I love the purple. I love the buddy. The book is a nice touch in the bottom. I like that. This is the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse still on this book. So good luck.
Yep. Jeff.
Yeah. Overall, I think part of coming up with a great cover is also being conceptually great, and it fits and it matches the character that you're drawing and everything in between, right? So she went through all the details of putting all the magic and making it all make sense on that cover. I love all of that. I do have a problem with the face, of course. I actually have a problem with her thighs being thicker than her waist. That's a little off. And the face part, it's like her eyes are too far apart. Her right side of her face, which would be the left side to us. It looks like an alien. So it looks like it's just drawn a little off because maybe it's supposed to be her forehead, but it just looks off.
God, Jeff.
So I'm sorry.
If Jeff's looking at a real life woman, man, he's nitpicking the shit out of her, is he? I mean, God damn.
I've been told I've been picky.
It's not a 10.
yeah.
And Mike,
I have to clear something up for BK there. So nitpicky because I only dislike one little tiny detail on this cover, whereas I absolutely hated the entire cover. Hence the nuclear assault. So by the way, I should say I'm sorry if I ever offend anyone when I go off on a cover like that. My intention is not to do that, but I'm just being honest.
Mike, at least you waited till the kind of in the middle or towards the end of the show to do all that. So definitely appreciate that.
Held it in.
Demonetized.
All right, here we go. What about this one here? David Nakayama, Hellfire. LE and cost, I have no idea what it is as of today or as of yesterday. You can find an Unknown, Anahiro, and 616. Steve.
Nah, man. I love David Nakayama's artwork. I am a fan, but this to me is it's just not another magazine cover. This motif, this is just played out already. It's enough's enough. I feel like it's time to move on to something more, a newer idea, something different. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Big Rob.
This is not even David's idea, right? That somebody else was doing this to begin with. The regular trade dress is just atrocious. That should be burned at the stake. The cover B, the Virgin, it's at best, honestly, at best, it's just interior art. It's not that great neither. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing coming from David. He's a great artist and he does a lot of great work, and this is not one of it for sure.
All right, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, Big Rob's burning shit and hosing shit down. So, I hate busy covers, especially unnecessarily busy covers. And all this wording shit is not for me. That's supposed to be on the inside of the cover. So, yeah, I'm definitely a pass on all of these. I'm over it.
And,
Okay.
and I'm pretty sure it's not David's fault because I'm pretty sure it's what the stores asked for.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah,
I
it's
wouldn't
probably what
doubt
they asked for, but they're out of pocket with this shit.
I'm not saying his art is bad. I'm just saying I'm over the generalization of all these type of covers.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike.
Yeah, it's just a mess of stampings all over. It's even if the art were good and it's actually kind of subpar for Nakayama, it's so tired. There's way too much crap going on here. This certainly is not worth any kind of a premium in my estimation. There actually is a halfway decent Hellfire Gala cover this week. It's for Doctor Strange. It's a beautiful Scarlet Witch cover. I forget who the artist is off the top of my head, but so if you're into the Hellfire Club thing or Hellfire Gala thing, then that's probably the one you want this week. But yeah, this is not Nakayama's best work, and it's just way too cluttered and busy, and I'm over it.
Yeah, we're not the target people because I mean this is like Vogue. Which one of us has ever read Vogue?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, true. Although I did buy the first one, which was the Natalie Sanders Harley Villains of the Year or something like that. I want to say I do have that book, but
There are a couple that look good,
because at the time it was unique.
Yeah,
There we go. That's the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, that's epic
Bro.
right there.
That's Dustin Nguyen.
Yeah.
Oh man, he killed
that
that.
looks almost Aja-like.
Yeah.
Oh,
and spoiler
yeah, it
alert.
does.
That's the winner. That's the winner of
Wow.
Cover Fire this week.
Yeah, very close to Aja. It could
Yeah.
be Vanity Fair. I used to buy Vanity Fair once in a while.
All right.
What about Ebony Black, baby?
All right. What about this one here
Actually,
by
no.
Carla Cohen? This is for Night Terror's Harley Quinn #1. Again, no idea about the LE or cost. You can find an unknown antihero in 616. Big Rob.
You put me on the spot.
Of course.
In general, I think they're solid covers, but something's missing. Of course, I would like more than the Virgin than the regular trade, but I like them both in general. It's just the head. I don't know. It's off a bit. I don't know what, and I know Jeff will tell me he's a lot better at that than me. What is she holding in her hands? Is that like onions? What the fuck's
It
going on?
looks like garlic.
Maybe
Like
garlic.
a face
Clove
mask,
with
maybe.
garlic.
It looks like garlic.
Garlic.
Oh, garlic.
Oh, it looks like hair. It's a braid.
Buffy. She looks like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I think it's a braid. I think it's a ponytail braid.
No, she's holding a bag of fucking garlic from the supermarket. That's all we know. Yeah, because she even got the damn. Oh no, I was gonna say it too, Mike. The beads around her neck again.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, she has the beads.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
Don't say
yet.
it.
No,
Don't say
no,
it.
let's not revisit that night, please.
Yeah,
Oh.
You're not
it's,
white.
it's. I'm sorry. I want to like it, but I can't. It's a skip for me for sure.
All right, Jeff.
It's okay. That's not my favorite Carla Cohen, that's for sure. I don't know if it's the gauntlets or the angle, but her right hand seems very long. And the face looks like she drew the face completely separate from the rest of the body. Kind of what I'm getting the feel from. It doesn't look like it fits. Doesn't feel right. It actually looks like she put on makeup and she drew herself. So, I mean, I wouldn't get it. It's not for me.
Okay.
For a store exclusive. There's better Carla Cohans.
Mike.
Yeah, this is sort of forgettable, Cohen, but it's really hard to criticize an artist whom we know painted this for real.
Yeah.
So that's impressive.
I'm nitpicking.
Yeah. And sure. And of course, at the end of the day, your money speaks volumes. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But no, there's so many better Carla Cohen covers. It'd be really tough for me to drop money on this one. I don't think there's anything bad about it. It doesn't read as Harley to me, which I think is probably my first big issue with it. I don't really know what the hell's going on. Like, what is she holding? It's not garlic. I think it's a braid. If it's a braid, is it her own braid? Is it somebody else's braid? The costume is strange choice, but maybe that's the way she's depicted in this particular comic.
Yeah.
It just feels like no one's going to remember this. No one will remember Cohen for this cover. Let's put it that way. Ergo, no reason to spend a premium on it.
Her pose is odd.
The pose is odd. Her hips look a little thin too.
Yeah.
All right, Steve.
Yeah, I like her work. I know she uses self-reference. She does pose as self-reference to her art, where she has a model, and I remember she did say that. But yeah, this one, I feel like I've seen better work from her. So I'm not trying to say anything bad. I feel like, she has better work out there. A lot of her earlier work is just gorgeous. This is just,
oh God.
It's just there.
That Starlight cover, her first Starlight cover. Oh my God, that thing's amazing.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's a hard book to find.
Oh, what's going on? Eddie Munster in the building. There's our brother right there.
Eddie.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. What about this one? Sacrificers #1 by Tula Lute. I don't know what the LE is, but it's going to cost you $20 over there at Bird City Comics as well as Rabbit Comics. Jeff?
Wow. Wow. Damn it, she's really good. There's nothing wrong with this at all. I love it actually. I love the moon lighting down on her like that. That's pretty awesome. I don't think that's like makeup, right? Like I think it's supposed to be light, but I'm not sure. But I love the artsiness of it. I love the hair. For $20, that's good.
Looks like David Bowie-ish too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And actually, it looks like his wife, Iman.
Ooh, there you go. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. What about you, Mike?
Oh, I absolutely love this cover. As a matter of fact, I'm almost hoping we're ending on this because this is my favorite cover of the week. I know that we're not, but I wish we were because I have all sorts of positive things to say about this. Now, granted, keeping in mind the two of my favorite artists are Jenny Frison and Bill Sienkiewicz, this is basically the art child of those two styles smashed together. So for me, this is almost the perfect piece of art. It's great. Just enough impressionism without being too over the top weird. It's beautiful. That face is beautiful. The eyes are incredible. Some really cool, unique choices. A really crisp, gorgeous, as Laura would say, evergreen piece. And I think that she really nailed it. I mean, I can only imagine that when Laura and Ant got this art, they were like, "Oh my God, thank you! This thing's incredibly beautiful. This is a beautiful, beautiful cover."
Did you get the original?
I don't know if they get the original. That's a good question. Wow. I meant when they got the file, like when they saw the art, like when they saw the finished product or whatever it was. I think that this is incredible. This is a beautiful piece. I know nothing about this book either, and I want a copy of this regardless. Mm-hmm. I love Lute too. Speaking of sweet people, boy, is she nice. She is super, super nice.
Looks like Robin
She's
Givens.
Beautiful too, man. I saw her at Comic-Con last year, and I was just like, oh my God, she's gorgeous.
I met her at Heroes, I think 3 years ago or 4 years ago, whatever, the one right before COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. 78. Now you got to pay for the OA on top of the work.
Oh yeah.
Might be worth it for this one.
Talk to Alonso about that.
Alonso's on it.
I would love to have this hanging from my wall.
And the
other thing too is like Lute will often draw very sexy, sexualized images, and this one's not. This is classy.
It's still sexy, but just in a different way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's all in those eyes, man. Beautiful.
Yeah, dude.
All right. So
it looks like a young Robin Givens.
This is just breathtaking art. Just gorgeous. She knocked it out the park. I love the usage of colors. I just love it. I know this is a IDW title, I believe. No. It's a Dark Horse. It's a Dark Horse title, a horror title. But dude, I've been cutting back, but just looking at this, like if this is like going on sale Friday. Yo, you better believe your boy's going to be ready. I'm going to put an
That's your
alarm.
word of the day. Cutting back.
Yeah, right.
I'm saving for
If we were
SDCC,
Kiwi
guys.
Playhouse, dude, we'd be like, ah.
There you go. What about you, Big Rob?
I personally
Teenage
like
Man.
more the other one, the one from the pilot one. I forgot what it's called.
The Barnstormers.
Barnstormers.
Yeah, I personally like that one more. But I can see everything you guys are describing here. This is a great cover. I love the hair. The hair it's like a fire almost, like something's blowing up on fire. Obviously, so it's very impressionist art here. This would be a cool one to get as an art print at San Diego Comic-Con and get it signed by Lula by Tula.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good cover.
All right.
If the Phoenix was drawn like this, would be better.
Oh my God, wouldn't it?
Right?
And guess what, Mike? We're done.
You lost
I
out.
love ending
We're
it.
done,
good
Mike.
cover.
We're done.
Round
All right.
up.
So tell everybody where we can find you.
Absolutely. So if you care, after my tirade on 4 rows this week, you can find me over on comicbookinvest.com. That's CBSI, where I do Cover Fire, which drops every Tuesday, late morning, early afternoon, depending on your time zone. And it is all the non-incentive, non-exclusive covers that I like for the week. I already spoiled the winner and a couple of the others, but if you want to go and check it out, please do, and comment down on the bottom. I love chatting with people who decide they want to comment. Cover Tunes is on hiatus right now while all kinds of crazy mayhem is happening in my life. But at the end of the day, I will get back to that. It's one of my favorite things to write. And that drops on Wednesdays when it's back. So check out CBSI for all your Wednesday warrioring needs.
Yep. Love your stuff, Mike, and keep it up. I can't wait for Cover Tunes to come back.
Yeah.
But definitely keep doing what you're doing with Cover Fire, man. I love reading that article every week, every single week.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, man.
All right. And that brings us to the end of the show. Guys, any parting words before we get into the sponsors and all that?
Man, do you want to give him a rundown of the week?
Oh, that's Steve, please, by all means.
Yeah, man, we got to give
Hit
him a
us up.
rundown of the week, man. So let's see. I haven't talked to the gals, but Tuesday usually is Comic Book Women, 6:35 Pacific Standard Time, and then if you're at 9:35 Eastern Standard Time, you already know. Steve got a wrong T on. Nah, man, I ain't got a wrong T on, man. This thing is. Oh, yo, he had. Hey, yo. All right. Then if you go on
High
Wednesday,
as hell.
Super 7.
Oh.
Super 7. Your boy 78 does not like the toys, but you know.
Oh, Super 7.
Oh yeah, he murdered them on our last show.
Bueller. Wednesday, Alonso, are we taking off? We going to a Weekend Geek? We going Mondo Mail Call? What are we doing?
That's up to you, gentlemen. It's up to you, gentlemen.
You're good for the week? We're okay, all right.
There's a lot to talk about.
All right.
You
Your
know,
call,
there's a
your
new
call. We can
Superman,
discuss. We can discuss.
There's a new
Okay,
Lois Lane.
we'll keep you all posted.
Make sure you guys hit those notification bells on.
We'll let you know.
Yeah, buddy. We're gonna go Thursday for Long Story Short, man. 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. EST. I was about to sneeze right now. Friday, we are going near Nerdvana, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then on Saturday morning Toy Box at 10 a.m., 1 p.m. Eastern.
That was the most awesome.
All right, there you go from BK, Mike.
Whew, that felt good.
I'm sorry, Rose. I really am sorry.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Everybody forgot about that Star Wars book, so good job.
Yep.
War of the Roses.
Oh,
All right. Before we go, again, shout out to our. That's right. Shout out to their sponsors, Cover Price. Don't forget to use Nerdvana 14 for 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents. And as 78 pointed out, don't forget, head over to Bird City Comics and use that code word TNH10 to save yourself 10% off your purchase. And then our friend Sean, head over to displaygeek.com and use code Team Nerdherd to save yourself 10% off your very first purchase. Get those lovely cases that Jeff has over there in the back, and you can get it over there at displaygeek.com. That's right. And again, thank you, gentlemen. Definitely appreciate the commentary. You guys in the chat listening, and for folks listening on the rewind, thank you so much. Mike, can we have a disclaimer, especially after what kind of happened with Rose Besh?
No artists were harmed in the making of this podcast, I don't think.
There's speculation.
All right, and Jeff, can you please take us out?
Well, at least no fireworks is taking out Rose Besh. It's just Mike. If you guys want to do it right, cover horse for life.
Peace. Good evening. Happy 4th.